everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today I'm going to do a lucky dip, my first one in 2 or 3 months. I didn't do the last 2 months. So it's been a while since I've done this. To explain what a lucky dip is in the first place, I've got all of my art snacks, and there used to be a box called Pigment and Palette. All these subscription box supplies have a spreadsheet where they each have their own line, each item that would work for something like this. And then I go to random.org and choose 5 random numbers from within the range that I have entries in my spreadsheet, and whatever I choose is what I have to work with and create a piece using just those randomly selected items. I do allow myself some things, so I allow myself to choose what surface I'm going to work on. So I chose these little sample pieces of 300-pound watercolor paper. They came in an art snacks box. I think it was 1 or 2 months ago. And I thought I'd make like a triptych with them. So I'm going to be using these. And the reason I chose this is because I ended up getting a bunch of watercolor items with my random selection today. So this watercolor paper will be perfect. The other thing I allow myself is, if I don't get a pencil as one of my items, I allow myself a pencil, but I did get a pencil. I also allow myself an eraser if I need to erase something, so I've got my bag of normal drawing supplies over here off to the side. And then when it comes to stuff like watercolor things, of course I allow myself to choose whatever brushes I want, but I just keep it to the art snacks etc. brushes. So I've got that here. I've got these are only from art snacks and other art subscription boxes. And other obvious things too, I need a palette for the watercolors, and I've got my bowl of water and a paper towel. And so the first thing I wanted to do was tape these down. Since they're 300 pound, I double checked on the art snacks menu. They're 300 pounds, so I don't need to tape the back or anything, but I wanted to tape them so that making a triptych, they'll all be even. I want to make something where, you know, the lines are connecting, that kind of triptych. I know you can do a thematic triptych where they're not visually the same, but I like it when they match, and then you can put them in a frame with, you know, I think that's super cool. So I'm going to line these up pretty good. Try to keep them, maybe I'll line this, try to keep them the same distance apart so the line is the same. Tape it evenly if possible. Oh, it's a little bit sideways. Whatever, it's fine. If I ever decide to frame this or something, I'll just have them cover it up. And now this side. Sticking up. There, hold it down with my hand. So by taping this down, there'll be a pretty solid line of blank paper left when I'm done. So that's why I want to try to get it as even as possible. And try to come in as evenly as possible from the top. Okay, just going to do the sides. Ooh, this one was cutting it close. Okay, there. Masking tape is one of my must-have art supplies. So I always like to do stuff like this with it. Okay. So I'm done with that. Now, I'm going to get the actual watercolors out of here. I got these in a specialty watercolor box by Winsor and Newton. I never actually used them. So this is going to be fun. I love watercolor. I love the chance to use new watercolor supplies. Little dust or something came out of that bag. Okay, see, I like to put these in order that makes sense to me. Yes, that looks good. Purple. The purple there? No, put the purple here. And what's this? Black? Actually, maybe I'll put the red over here. Okay, I like that. So, just put a little... Where's my dust brush? This was in a drawer underneath another palette. It's still a bit dusty. This thing is so useful. I use it for so much stuff. I use it to dust off the glass of my scanner before I scan a picture in too. Oh! Drop the cap. Okay. Anything up black. You really don't need very much. Watercolor goes a long way. It's probably the most economical painting material. Because even when it dries, you just get it wet again and it's ready to go. Ooh, that one was ready. I like to squeeze the tube. So I just push it like this, and then I push it like this when I'm done to like suck the paint back in so it doesn't get the cap all messy. So I've learned the hard way, if you let that happen, then it gets all over your cap and it can be impossible to get the cap back off. Just squeeze it the opposite way, then it... These little tiny tubes are so hard for me to hold on to. Just keep flying around. Let's see, and this red. I haven't introduced all of my materials yet. But here is the watercolor selection I've got. 6 colors. One of those colors is just black. So the other stuff I have is an Aqua marker. I'm not sure. It says water-based color intense ink. So it's ink, but it's water soluble. So it's just like it's another water thing to use. Because if it's water soluble, that means that you can like use a brush and spread it. The only thing that might be a problem is using these type of markers. I've found, unless they specifically say that they are watercolor markers, the tips can get dried out because the paper is so absorbent that it pulls it faster than the marker can refill the tip. So we'll see how that works. I've also got these, which are And these, I have 2 of them, even though it was 1 number, because they came in the same box. Pentalic, Aqua, they're watercolor pencils. They don't have actual numbers or color names or anything, but there's like green, and then this one in my spreadsheet, I called it Apricot, so I don't know if I got that from the menu or just made it up myself, but got these 2 colors to use. Of course, I already showed you this, my just regular graphite pencil. And then this is, I'm just going to use it for little details at the end. It's another like ink marker. I'm trying to see what, it's water-based, again with the water-based, so it's like perfect. This might be the most perfect set of stuff I've ever gotten from a totally random selection of tools. So it's like a metallic purple water-based ink marker. I might use that somewhere else, but I was thinking of saving it for details at the very end. Now, I'm not actually sure what I want to draw. Need to draw something first, and then I can get to coloring it. I think I'm going to sharpen this. For a while I was using this just for all my regular sketching stuff, because these pencils have like a cult following, these Palomino Blackwings, and people are all depressed when the company that originally made them stopped making them, but then another company bought the brand and started making them again. And so I've gotten several in these art subscription boxes, and if nothing else, they're extremely comfortable to hold. I'm sure you can't tell, but this texture of this is just like, it's so soft. It's like almost velvety, even though it's, you know, it's not a fabric or anything. It's just plastic or something. But it's just so nice to use. Okay. Now I want to make sure to have this. I'm not just going to use this for the sketch and let the sketch disappear by the time I'm done. Because with this challenge that I've set myself, the whole point is to make it so that all of these supplies are obvious in the end product. I want it to be clear that they have all been used and it's visually there. So I was just thinking of doing just some like super simple sort of stylized cats. Or maybe I'll do a cat, super simple stylized cat, dog, and rat. Those are the 3 types of pets I've had in the last few years. I add to it more later, but I just want to get it on there. Let's see, should they all be, maybe I'll draw them like this. Not sure how I should do. Maybe I should do the floppy dog. Since the cat has the pointy ears, I'll do the floppy dog. But it's kind of hard to get just like this silhouette look. Maybe I'll do a pointy dog after all. This is weird. Whatever. Subject isn't the point of this project. The point is... I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll turn it upside down. The point is to practice using the materials. There. It's not the last of my use of this, but... Well, maybe I could use it for... I was just thinking of doing like swirls. Swirls and stuff to let... But maybe I should do some random watercolor first. Allowing myself an eraser with this pencil is so easy because it already has an eraser. I want to be careful and not erase too much though, because that can wreck the paper. This is a 300 pound. It's really sturdy. Can take some abuse. Okay, I'm gonna fix this line, even though it'll probably still be visible. Oops, take that little cap off. There. Maybe they should each have a different base color. Oh, what should it be? Got red, purple, blue. Let's see. Aqua green, cobalt green, deep. Smalt, Dumont's blue. Dumont? I can't even read this. Quinacridone. Quinacridone violet. Let's see. Blue, red, green, purple. They're all analogous. There's not really any... I mean, the green and the red are complementary. What's in between green and red? Blue and purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And I also have to use this, so maybe I won't use green because I've got these. So I'll use this Dumont's blue, but what should be which color? Maybe it should be red and green, blue in the middle. Okay. Come to a decision. I'm just going to use this flat, large compared to the paper, relative to the paper, just to get it nice and wet, because I want to just drop some color into here. I'll do them one at a time. Try not to get too much on the animals, but okay. Now, should use I'm gonna use a slightly bigger one. Okay, this one was gonna be red. It's not spreading as much as I thought it would. Maybe I needed a huge brush. Wow, this is pretty cool looking. Looks like, ooh, that one was good. Looks like blood vessels or something, or neurons. There we go. I can get a lot of water on here. Just let the water do the work. Though I need a little more color. One right there, maybe one there, maybe this corner. Mostly just want to have fun with this. Ooh, might need more paper towels. I'll use this one to get this extra off of the tape. And off of the kitty's ear. Yeah, it was looking kind of boring right there. Yeah, this is super fun. I love just messing around like this. Just seeing what happens. I feel like a hair on my brush, dang it. Ugh, get off of there. I don't remember if I said this already, but even though this is 300-pound paper, it's already bending quite a bit. I guess I shouldn't go too heavy on the color yet, because there's still a lot more colors to add eventually. You know, I should have started with the rat, because since I'm left-handed, but I guess since I'm using a brush, my hand won't be on the paper too much. Okay, clean my brush out, good. Okay, next, the dog. So I figured out from that first one that I need to get it super, absolutely dripping wet in order for what I want to happen to happen. Trying not to get it on the dog. Get it right up next to it though. well, whatever. I guess it's a triptych, so it's fine. Well, that happened. I didn't expect that. Good thing I meant this to go together. Now I gotta make sure it happens on purpose over here. Okay, so I wanted to do the blue. So this blue, like this. Come on. I feel like I'm not getting much. There we go. There we go. Let's keep adding. Let's keep adding water now. Leave what paint is still on my brush tip, but I think I need to focus on getting some water on there now. Get it to really spread out. Ooh, that looks good. Accidentally got a little blob right on the ear. I'm trying to spread that out a little bit. That's good for the blue. Now, green. Wait. I wasn't going to do green. I was going to do purple. Because I have so many greens already. I think I didn't explain that right earlier. So I got confused just now. I know what I mean now, though. Yeah, gotta do it on purpose this time. Not that much is coming over though. Wow, it drew red over too. Dang. I wanted blue, not red. This thing has just got a mind of its own. That's what happens with watercolors. Okay. Right, not using green. Gonna use this purple. Wow, what a beautiful color. I really like this color. This is lovely. Now, try to get a bunch of water, spread it all out. And this is the best behaved of the colors. It's doing what I want more than any of the other ones. I guess either of the other ones. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna let it be like that. Not mess with it too much more than that. I think I might use my paper towel and soak up some of this water that's escaping. Get my brush all clean first though. Try to dry this big one out a little bit. There. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need another paper towel. I want to just get another paper towel roll holder and put it in here. Just keep one dedicated to my art endeavors. Tons of water right here. Be really careful to try not to actually mess with the paper though. This is super fun to do. Just watch the colors get sucked in like whoosh. Yep, this paper towel's almost done for. A little purple right there. Okay, I'm just going to get some off of my actual clipboard. Trying to get some of what's gotten under the tape. This paper towel's so wet now, it's not really absorbing anymore. Okay, this is still wet, and I wanted to let them dry completely before I moved on to other stuff. Let me think about what I'm gonna do. So I have 3 more colors that I haven't used, and for the sake of this challenge I'd like to use each color. So I've got black, I've got this, what is this called? Cobalt green, deep, and then aqua green. I also have, man, I have so many greens. I have 4 different greens to use. There's this watercolor pencil, green, then this Aqua pump ink marker. And then I gotta figure out what to do with this. It's such a light color. Maybe I'll just color in the animals with it as a base color, and then add more colors on top of them later. It's like you can't even see it on the page, it's so light. Maybe adding water will cause it to show up better. Whew. Kitty's ear got really red right there, spreading it around with this. Alright, how's that? I think that's fully filled in. Maybe this ear a little bit more. Okay, then the dog one. And nothing beats those Inktense pencils for watercolor pencil. Because this is like, I feel like I have to press so hard to get anything to come down onto the paper. Those Inktense pencils, you have to be careful or else you add too much really fast. Eek, it's so wet right here by its nose. I wanna be careful. Okay. And finally, the rat. I wonder if I should. No. I was thinking about using my hair dryer to make this dry faster, but then that would change the cool patterns that I've got. This just does not. Maybe if I sharpen it, it will work a little better. Gotta be extra careful not to get my hand on this wet paper. I don't want to go onto the purple. Still soaking wet on this purple. I really like this effect. Makes it like tie-dye. Like a tie-dye effect. Well, at least I don't have to worry about using this one anymore for this project. do need to, I guess this looks like it's dry enough around the cat. I want a smaller brush than this. Yeah, man. I was hoping the water would make it show up better. Instead, it makes it even more invisible. Hardly looks like I've done anything, especially with the red right next to it. It just looks like plain white paper again. Well, I tried. I tried to make this show up. Can clean up a little bit of this red they got on here, at least. Not get rid of it entirely, but at least make it a little less harsh. Soften the lines up a little bit. Yeah, dang. This colored pencil like does nothing. Color and watercolor pencil. Now, I don't know if it's safe yet. Safe to tackle the doggy. Get some of this water that got into its nose. Yeah, it's still super wet over here too. I wonder if I can just wave some air at it and help it along. The red's almost completely dry. It's not shiny with wetness anymore, but it is still damp. Yeah, I really like these three colors together. They look super good. That's probably why they came in a set together. Four types of green left. I had an idea. Let's see, so I need to use this a little bit more. I need to use this. If I use this, what should I do? Maybe I'll use this on top of the animals and just draw like swirls and stuff. If I do that on each of them, then so I've got three colors. I've got black, green, and green. Maybe I will use these on top of these three colors, though I'm not sure which should have which. And then once that dries, use this to do designs that continue from one sheet to the next. Maybe just like waves. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And if I do this with the green, why did I do that? Just smear a little red on here. If I do this with the green, I think what I'm gonna do is not just color it on like that. I'm gonna get this wet again. Make this sharper. And I'm gonna draw on it wet, so it'll be a really nice bold line. As opposed to the extremely pale this color. I wonder if I should do this again. Do one more layer of this. It's like the pigment's not even coming onto the page. Grr. Color it in. Color it in, pencil. Well, it's smearing the graphite. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever buy a set of these. This is not what I want out of a watercolor pencil. Well, that's a good excuse to get it all wet again for the green anyway. I just wanted it to show up more. I wanted it to be the color of the body of the pencil. But instead it looks almost like nothing. I think this graphite is water soluble too. I need to be careful. It's getting smeared around. Now I think I don't just want to do random swirls. I want them to like seem like they make sense with the body of this extremely simplified cat. Yeah, look at that bold line. That's great. Wow. The more I use it. Now that it's starting out already wet, it's even darker. What the heck, I'll do the outline too. There, that's cute. I like that. Okay. The rest of the outline. Now these first lines I did seem weak compared to the rest. Sweet, that's good. Okay. Now, I guess I'll just try to get more pigment down. Okay, there. This seems to be showing up a little better. Really laid it on there. Finally shows up. This blue paper is still a little bit wet. It's the tiniest bit shiny, so I'm trying to be careful. Don't want to wake up the blue. If I get too much water on this tan part, could go out into the blue and mess up my cool pattern. Okay, now to do some cool stuff with this green. I'll dip it in the water so that it's already good to go. Ooh. Trying not to get my hand on my arm on that. And do the outline of this one too. Yikes. My red sheet is still quite damp. Trying not to get my hand on it, but it's hard. Okay, next. Do the same thing. Actually, turn it over. Same thing as I did with the dog. Try to get that extra layer on before I put the water on. Okay, now I'm done with this entirely. Set it out of the way. Yeah, the way this watercolor pencil is acting is exactly why for the longest time I thought I just didn't like watercolor pencils. Because all the brands I had tried until I found those ink tints, they all behave like this, where you could get hardly any pigment. Like, I like really bright, colorful stuff, so stuff like this is disappointing to me. Clean up this purple paint right here a little bit. Get the roundness back into this ear. Okay. A little bit extra water just to make sure this area is wet enough to start putting those green lines down. Okay. Maybe I'll sharpen it a little more. There. And dip it in the water a little bit to get it started. Oh, looks like a little cinnamon bun. It makes me want a cinnamon bun. It makes it look like a ram. Oh, I need to do the outline. I was forgetting something. Felt like I was forgetting something, but then I was like, it's all filled in good. The outline. The outline is what I was forgetting. There. Good, now I'm done with this. Done with this color. Watercolor pencil. Okay, now I can turn it back over. I have an idea of what I want to do. I'm just not sure. What I'm thinking is, so for these three colors, I'm still not sure which to go with which, but instead of them, oh, little hair on here. Instead of them covering the whole thing, like this red covers the whole page, whatever color I pick from there, maybe just have it come from this corner and fade out. And it could either be kind of like this, where it's just a bunch of water and just let it go until it runs out, or put a bunch of water here with a bunch of pigment and like tilt it and let it drip. But I don't know if the drip effect always looks really harsh. I don't know if that goes well with how everything else is looking. Like this cool, super cool tie-dye effect that these pages ended up with. I don't know if putting the drip over the top would just sort of, you'd lose this. You wouldn't really notice it anymore. This cool effect. Whew. Hit my chair handle onto my desk. Okay, I'm just gonna try swiping a little water. What color should go with this? Quick, I gotta decide quick. Let's see, we've got a dark green, an aqua green, and a black. We'll do black and red. It's my favorite color combination anyway. Oh, that was like nothing. Nothing got on my brush. Wake up paint. I'll do the tilt thing anyway, but just for this little section. Ooh. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I think I need to add more water overall though. Add a little more water. And get more paint. Blop, 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 blop. This is pretty fun. It's like it's making a nice organic pattern, but I'm also controlling it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna leave that like that. Now I did this corner, so I should obviously do this corner. But what should I do here? A little piece of colored pencil or something on there. Maybe I'll do it in both corners. This one I'm doing a different color. Not black this time. How about, let's do the darker green. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. Aqua green, that's right, that's what this was. It was aqua green. Wait, no? This must be... Oh no, this is the aqua green. So this is actually going to be darker. Oh, well, I guess we'll find out. I thought it would be darker. Because, I mean, look at this. This looks black. This one you can actually tell is green. I guess it turns out different when they actually get wet, though. Okay, now I gotta be careful because I'm dealing with two at once. Okay, there's like too much water up here. It's cool how it's like, until too much water gets in there, it's like restricted by where I put the water. I mean, I knew that would happen, but I still think it's cool. That's why I like working with watercolor. Soak up some of this water too. Okay, I think that one's good. Now for this one's corner. Okay, this last color, last of the watercolors that I needed to use. Cobalt green deep. Oh, the blue's still moving around. And more pigment. Want this to spread out a little more. The water's not getting right here because the page is bent from the water. It's bent up. Oh, no you don't. No you don't. Tried to escape onto the other page. I think all I can do for these now is just let them dry. So what do I have left? I still need to use this a little bit more. Then with this, These, oh, can't forget this. What am I gonna do with this? It's purple metallic. Maybe I'll just do the same thing I'm doing with this. So they're both like brush ink markers. So, eraser shavings. Okay. Try to wave some air, fan some air on here. Maybe help it dry faster. So I can't really do what I want to do next until these are more dry than this. Oh yeah, you know what though? I don't like this. It's creating a line where the water is. Oh, I want you to be nice and smooth. I guess that's proof that the red's getting dry. The red page, I mean. I thought that little line formed. Ah, no! I splashed a bunch of water on my picture. Here. Well, that's just more stuff to dry. I've been managing to survive with this one soaking wet paper towel. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, this blue is starting to dry and form a line too. No line for you. I want it to be nice and smooth. Nice and smooth and even. It's nice that I got like all water soluble stuff, even though it was all randomly chosen, but kind of sucks because water stuff takes forever to dry. I mean, it doesn't take as long as like oil, but you want to move on. It seems like it takes forever. If I can, I'll use a smaller brush. Get this purple over here closer. Got this hard line where it's not touching the body of the rat here. I can soften it up a little bit. It's working over here. Come on, dry. Dry. Maybe it's because I was experimenting here and then I knew what I was doing over here, but it's going light, medium, dark. I didn't mean for that to happen, but that's cool. Gotta fight these lines. These lines that keep wanting to form. They won't let you. Not seeing a line so far on this one. Oh, no. Speak of the devil. There's a little one right there. Not sure how I should use the pencil again. I mean, I have already used it. I didn't do the green watercolor pencil on the eyes, so it's definitely obvious there. And it's too bad now that it's drying. There's not that much contrast between this blue and the aqua green. I think it's because I thought it would be darker, because when I look at this little paint blob, it looks like black. It looks like the same color as the actual black paint. Then when I got it wet and put it on the page, it was quite light actually. I think I want to give whiskers to the dog and the rat. I drew them on the cat, but I didn't think about it for the other two. Just gonna define the eyes better for now. Red page is getting pretty dry. I can do the dog's eyes too. Oh, the page is still a bit damp. It's hard to draw. precisely without getting my hand on the page. There. This seems pretty dry right here. It's going to be like 2 little lines. Dog whiskers aren't nearly as long as cat or rat. And redoing the cat ones, just make sure they look the same as the other two. Still a bit damp. Not much longer till it's dry enough for me to use these markers on. These ink markers. The red one is actually probably dry enough, but what I want to do is go across them in one movement. You lift up for the tape, but they need to be all the same amount of dryness. I really can't even tell that this was used. Well, I know I used it. And it's been recorded, so it's there for posterity. Just a tad bit more. Just a tad bit more. It's almost dry. When I do these swirls I'm thinking of, I still want to not take too much away from the cool tie-dye effect. I think I should probably do the lines in the same direction as these animals are, so that really seems to bring them together. No, it's still a bit damp in the corners. had an idea just now. I can reinforce these designs and let the paper dry. And then I can also be using the pencil more. Just outline them a little bit. Instead of just sitting there fanning it. How's that? Okay, I'll do the rest too. Outlining both sides unless it's like a single line, like a line where it would be kind of awkward. Okay, and the rat. Kill some time and add some detail. This also helps because as this watercolor pencil dried, spread out and feathered a little bit. So this brings definition back to it. Now, how dry? Yeah, feels quite dry. Guess I'll start with this green one. Let's see what I can do. Dry. Wake up, wake up. Need to scratch paper. This sucks. Hardly use this thing. Keep it stored all nice. Oh, it's disappointing that it's like all dry like this. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Come on, come on. Wake up. Wake up. Need more pigment than that, or you're useless to me. Let's go, let's go. Man, such a huge marker, you'd expect like a big bold green line. It's not doing it. I think it's slowly getting charged up though. This is why I prefer the clicky ones. They need paint, click them. Or pump it. This is not a pump marker though. Come on, this is pathetic. Wake up. If I squeeze it with my finger, will that help? Man, are you kidding me? Is this really it? This is not gonna show up at all. No, this is sad. This is useless. Come on, marker. Might have to retire another art supply, even though I can hear, you can see all the ink in there. It's like all the way up here. It's totally full, but this tip is just dry. I tried getting it wet, but it didn't help. If I get it soaking wet, let's try that. Come on, I want to draw with you. Man, I don't know what to do. Is there instructions for this? Mixable, refillable. It says without closing cap, dry out proof for minimum 4 weeks. But it's been capped. And it's dried out. Maybe this is it coming back to life. Maybe if I just keep going. That's it. Nice bold green. Nice bold green. Yes. Yes, this is the best it's done so far. How's that? Oh, that's so much better. Just gonna work it a little bit more. Make sure the whole thing is charged up. There we go. I don't know how well this is gonna show up, but jeez. Just testing it a little bit. Okay. I think this is as good as it's getting. Yeah, I thought I'd get some cool, like, calligraphy style marks out of this marker, but it kind of sucks. It's got this brush tip, but you can't really do anything with it. I did 3 lines. This. So I'm going to do 3 lines with this because there's 3 animals, there's 3 pieces, or 3 colors, and then 3 accent colors. I think I'm going to keep it at 3s. I have a feeling this purple's going to show up a lot better. Oh yeah. Ah! It doesn't like the watercolor paper. Well, that's the way it is. This is supposed to be metallic, but I don't really see the difference. Maybe it's only metallic if you use it on certain surfaces. I've had that happen with other materials. Ah, the ink is flowing a lot better out of this one now. Redo these lines right here. Yeah, it's sad, this green marker, you can hardly even tell that it's there. I'm not sure what to do about that green. I want it to show up more than this. And this brush tip is like a joke. I'm not happy with this at all. This particular marker. At least going over it seems to help it stand out. Going over it a second time. eyes keep going out of focus. Come on. Stay focused. You're getting tired of this. Getting tired of this stupid marker. Stupid green marker. I guess there's a chance this marker could work better on not such an absorbent piece of paper. Okay, I'm gonna do a few lines that aren't connected throughout all three. Using this marker sucks. I feel like I'm not doing anything with it. So like this one's cool. If you really run out of ink, you can squeeze this part. Is it on here? Nope. There's nothing to squeeze on here. I think that's probably good. Anything else? No, I think that's it. So, I'm going to use this one more time. I'm just going to use it to do my little signature on the bottom of each of these. And there we have it. My 6th lucky dip ever. What did I use? Use this Zig Wink of Luna brush with metallic purple ink, MOLOTOW Aqua Pump Softliner in green, Palomino Blackwing pencil, graphite pencil. This set of 6 colors of watercolor, and And this pair of Pentalic. Oh, and the watercolor is Winsor & Newton. And Pentalic Aqua. Just says Aqua on it. They're watercolor pencils. And using just those. And this is what I came up with this time. It'll be pretty cool. Maybe I will let you see what it looks like. Let's take the tape off. Let's take the tape off on camera. Yeah, this is the most satisfying part of a watercolor painting. Super satisfying. If you're doing it like this. Put the tape on it. Yes, that looks so good. Love that. Crisp border. There we go. My triptych is complete. Looks pretty awesome. They're so cute together. Alright, well, that's it for today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for watching.